What is up, everybody? How you doing today? Welcome back to the Hunter Call of the Wild, and today we have another top 5 video for you all out here today. And I wanted to go over what I thought might be the top 5 potential great ones that EW could be making. So what are the great ones that I think have the highest chance of being put in the game? There are several. The community has been asking for a few of them for a while now, and when enough people started asking for the moose, we ended up getting the moose. So I feel like there's a real possibility that some of these species could get in here. So first, our first two species are here on Virunga, and then we'll run over and check out some of the others. So let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, and so the first candidate that we have is Cape Buffalo. I think these guys could make a pretty cool great one. I think there's a lot they could do with them. A lot of people really love the Cape Buffalo. They're one of the favorite species on Virunga, and Virunga is also one of the most popular maps in the community. A lot of people love hunting it, and like I said, Virunga in particular is well loved. So I think that there's definitely a chance that the Cape Buffalo could be the next great one. While I'm not saying that they're the most likely, they definitely aren't. There's, like I said, a lot they could do with them. They could add different fur types. One thing I'd like to see them do is add like scarred animals and everything that have like they've had battle wounds or something, maybe a broken horn or something. Like, I think the Cape Buffalo would be really cool to have that because they're such an aggressive animal, especially in real life and also in the game. So I feel like that would be a really neat little touch. But yeah, Cape Buffalo definitely, I think, have a shot at being a potential great one in the future. Alright, and so for number 4, the second candidate on this list, we have the lion. And I feel like these guys would be a popular addition to their great one roster. Again, there's a lot that you could do with them. You could do something like what you did with the black bears, just a bunch of different fur types. But again, I think a lot of people would like to see like the scarred, bloody animals, something unique, okay? Because the Great One Whitetail, they had the big racks. The Great One Red Deer added a different fur type, and the vines in the rack, okay? Then there was the Great One Black Bear, which just had a bunch of different fur types, okay? And then the Great One Moose kind of combined aspects of the whitetail and the black bear with big racks and the different fur types, okay? Because there's 6 fur types of the Great One Moose. And I feel like that's something they could do with these guys, but also add like a unique factor with the, like I said, scarred, bloody animal. Looks like he's been like roaming through the villages or something, attacking people, and he needs to go down or something. Like, that would be kind of cool. I'd love to see that done for a Great One Lion if they were to ever add them to the game. Alright, and for number 3, we have elk, and this could be Rocky Mountain elk, Roosevelt elk, either one. I feel like EW would probably do the Roosevelts first because, you know, they are a base game animal, whereas the Rocky Mountain elk are not. And there has been kind of, I guess you could say, a common theme of doing base game animals, so many people would have the opportunity to try and get the different great ones. And I understand that, but I feel like at some point we're eventually going to have to branch out of the base game and into some newer territory, like I had been talking about with the Lions and the Cape Buffaloes. Virunga is not a base game map, that's Hirschfeld and Layton, so that would be, like I said, branching out into that territory, which I think would be a good thing. Also, the elk would be cool. When EW was asking around like what animal would you see as a great one, elk were one of the highest ones. They may have even been the highest one. I cannot remember off the top of my head, but they were one of the highest ones up there. So they're definitely wanted by the community, and I'd be really, really interested to see what EW could do with them. I mean, they have massive racks, like, already, especially the Rocky Mountain elk, have just gigantic racks as diamonds. So if they could make something happen as a great one, like, I would be really interested to see. I think like something like the brush and the antlers or something, kind of like what they did with the red deer. I think that would be pretty cool. But yeah, so that's why elk is number 3. Let's head on to number 2. Alright, and for number 2, we have the mule deer, and this is a species that a lot of people really seem to like. and I feel like it would make a pretty good great one. They already have big racks, and also we can't make shots on Mule Deer apparently, but they already have really, nice looking racks. I feel like the true racks for the Mule Deer are pretty decent. They're not the best in the game, but they're pretty good. And the Mule Deer could take the great ones to another level. Again, they'd be another deer species, which I think would be awesome. The deer great ones just, they're so much cooler. They have the big antlers and everything. You can do like a big non-typical mule deer. That'd be really, really cool. If you look at some pictures of some non-typical, like just big mule deer, it'd be awesome. They could honestly do something similar to the old Legacy big rack, and I'd be just happy. Like that would be pretty cool. They could add some unique fur types. They could again go with the brush and the antlers, and I feel like what EW should start doing is blending together all of the things that have worked so far with the previous great ones, the things that the community has liked, and add them into future great ones. Okay, just kind of like what they did with the moose. They took the fur types and they took the big antlers and kind of merged it into one. And then if they add another one, they could do fur types and brushing the antlers, just something to make each one unique in its own way. And the mule deer, I feel like, definitely provides a good base to be able to do that. Alright, and so for the one animal that I think could be the next great one, probably more than any other, is the fallow deer, because people have been calling for the fallow deer great one for quite a while now. Okay, people started wanting the fallow deer great one about the time the red deer great one came out, because if y'all remember, the great one that came out that time, which was the red deer, it was told to the community that it was on Tierra, and that kind of left like two options: fallow deer or red deer. And honestly, more people thought it was going to be fallow deer. Okay, more people thought that it was going to be fallow deer than red deer. Everyone started setting up fallow deer grinds, and it ended up being something completely different. So, with that said, fallow deer are one of the most beloved species in the game. They are actually a base game species, which makes them, I think, a little bit more likely to be put in as a great one, since that's kind of the thing that EW's been trying to do, is add base game species great ones, and honestly, they just look so cool. The diamond fallow deer just are amazing. They're absolutely massive, and I feel like they could really do some unique stuff with them. If you look at fallow deer in real life, they have a lot of different fur types, whites and blacks and everything. I think some of it is like leucism and melanism. Not 100% sure on that. But like I said, there's a lot of different options you could do. You could, again, do something like what they did with the red deer and just, add the brush in the antlers, but also add, the fur types, the big racks, all that sort of stuff. Like I said, so much cool stuff you could do, and really the possibilities are endless. Let's just say that. So, hope you all enjoyed this video, guys. Let me know down below in the comments which great one you think will be the next one to be added, or which one you would like to see added that may not have been on this list. So, with that said, guys, hope you all enjoyed the video. Hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next time.